Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take the FQ777 F8 Monster Drone up for a range test. Now this drone's advertised to have about a 1 to 1.2 kilometer control distance, but the Wi-Fi FPV range on the 5G 802.11ac is rated at between 5 and 700 meters. So let's take it up and just see what kind of range we do get. I'm just doing a screen recording here of the video feed. I'm not going to worry about recording anything to the SD card. This is not a camera test. This is of course just a range test. So I already calibrated the compass, so now it should take off, because if you don't, it'll fire the motors up, but it won't actually take off when you give it throttle. It just cuts the motors. So let's go ahead and do sticks down and in, and then give it the auto takeoff. No toilet bowling, so we know that the compass calibration's good. Boy, is it slow when you're giving it throttle. Let's go into the higher speeds, see if that helps at all, and we'll take it up here and just go ahead and take it out while we got full battery. It says I got 75% battery, but some of that happens as soon as you take off. The battery will sometimes drop and then level out. Okay, I think I'm up high enough. Let's go up a little higher. Let's go up about 70 meters. Give it full throttle there, and we're out 400, and it looks to me like it's frozen. So I got about 400 and something there. A little less than what they advertised. Now it's come back in. Let's see if I can get any more if I go ahead and give it some. Yeah, it's really choppy a little bit. So 400 to 500 is what I'm getting up at 70 meters. Let's go ahead and see if we can do a return to home. I'm going to use the app to be safe if it's connected. Let's see if it returns home. I can hear it out there. Let's try the controller. Let's do a quick press. That's what it was. All right. I'm so used to long presses, because long press is kind of a safety feature. So if you do a short press, you don't actually bump it. But it is beeping now, and it should return home. Hopefully the Wi-Fi comes back in. Let's see if we can locate it here. I can hear it. Yeah, now I've got a video feeding again. See if I can lower the gimbal down. I can hear it coming up overhead here. Yeah, let's slow down. Here it comes. There it is. So don't panic when you're out there and you lose. Kind of think it over, because I mean, you fly as many drones as I do. There's different return to home initiation sequences for each drone, and I was doing the old long press. The app, I think the reason we see there is when you lose your FPV feed, your app it was basically disconnected. So pressing return to home, it wasn't doing anything. Now let's see, is it going to land? Yeah, it's coming down. I've had trouble with this drone sometimes just hovering up there. So we'll go ahead, and of course it's going to beep like mad here, guys. But it's going to, it's a slow descender. Really slow to come down. But we'll go ahead and just see how accurate is it. We've done that before, but just to see. Man, is it slow. Look at that. It's like a balloon coming down. Some of that may be to avoid any kind of vortex ring state or anything as they're coming down. The slower a drone comes down, the much less likely that's going to happen. Let's see if we can raise the gimbal up some. There we go. So we don't possibly bang it against the ground as it comes. I'm going to probably have to correct it, because I feel like it's going to come down in the grass over here. So I'm going to move it over. So this won't really be a return to home accuracy because I moved it. But that wasn't the purpose of this video. So I've had pretty good luck lately with this drone actually returning to home and landing. But like I said, sometimes this drone, I've had it hover a few times up there, and other people mention that too. Let me see if I do a quick press that cancels the beeping, and yes it does. All right guys, pretty short little video. I got about 400 and some meters, it was getting choppy. I was up 70 meters, and that's whenever it broke up. So it doesn't have the strongest Wi-Fi, you know, transmission compared to some of the others. But that's, I mean, that's plenty good. That's that was at the edge of line of sight. I could hear it. I know if I could see it if I had kept my eyes on it. But you know, most places and areas now are pretty strict on you keeping a drone within line of sight. So I think it's okay. Of course, this drone has got its other issues. The camera's got a lot of jello and stuff. But you know, if you want a longer range drone, this is not a whole lot more. The Ishin EX4, I got 1 kilometer. Now the Wi-Fi feed was really laggy beyond 500 and got frozen at a kilometer, but I did get out a kilometer. Where here, as you can see, out at 400 to 500, I was pretty much done. I was sort of like a boat with no paddles out in the lake. I mean, I was stuck out there and had to finally remember again to do a quick press on your return to home on the controller, because we still were connected by the controller. So I did a long press at first, so remember not to do that. And if you go out far, the app is starting to freeze. The app's not going to be connected enough to be able to send that return to home over Wi-Fi. All right, guys, that wraps up the range test on the FQ777 F8 Monster Drone. A pretty short video, but I hope it gives you guys an idea on the distance on this. Be sure to subscribe, click the bell, all that good stuff. And as always, guys, have a wonderful day.
The power of the dark.